Good evening to all my wonderful viewers out there, and welcome back to another Streetwear Talk video, the series where I cover the latest streetwear releases, I cover the latest streetwear news, and of course in the series I just discuss anything to do with streetwear or fashion. And in today's video I'm going to be covering a collaborative release. The release that I'm going to be covering is between Palace Skateboards and Maharishi, as they are collaborated for week 4 of Palace's Spring 2025 collection. Yeah, welcome back guys to another Streetwear Talk video, my ever-growing series or ever-ongoing series to catch up on the releases of 2025 that I've been incredibly far behind on. I do need to catch up, so I'm trying to set a new routine in place to get that back up to date, really. But what I'm going to be covering today is a collaborative release that happened for week 4 of Palace's Spring 2025 collection, and it's with a brand that I don't know a lot about. If I'm pronouncing this right, is it Maharishi or Rishi? Maharishi? I think an Indian brand that, from my understanding when I had a look at it online, one that is all about creating environmentally sound and very natural fiber-based products, from my understanding. Correct me if I'm wrong on that. I don't know a huge history about the brand, but its overall ethics sounded interesting enough, and I guess Palace thought so too, because they collaborated with them for week 4 of the Spring 2025 collection. And because I'm so far behind on covering that all, I still wanted to talk about it because I don't want those kind of things overlooked on the internet. I definitely want to still talk about them. So we're going to cover everything to do with that today. We'll cover the release details, the editorial, not the individual pieces, because I'll save that for a drop list video, and that's really about it. We're going to be using a Hypebeast article to cover all those details today, guys. So let's head on over to that article now, and we'll start covering the release details for this week 4 collab. So here is the Hypebeast article that we're going to be using today, guys. It'll be linked down in that description section below if you want to check out the article itself. But we'll just cover the release details. So the collaboration between the two brands released on February 28th, 11 AM GMT time, both at Palace and the collaborative brand's in-store locations in London, New York, and in LA. The pieces will also be available in Asia the following day, because it would have released on a Friday, and then the following day on, I assume, March 1st. Or if we had February 29th, I can't even remember this year, we would have had it released then. But if you have any further questions on when and where it released, let me know. I can answer them down in that comment section below. But let's get into what actually released in this collaboration and see what we got for the 4th week of Palace's Spring 25 collection. So to start it off with, it looks like we've got a collaborative beanie as well as a collaborative puffer jacket. This jacket featuring co-branding on the left arm there, and not really much else when it comes to the design choices, at least from what I'm seeing. We then have a camo jacket featuring, I think that's just the lighting on the jacket, not actually part of the jacket, but featuring a camo design. Looks like a 3M zip. It's not bad. I don't mind the pattern. I just wish the pattern was applied to a different silhouette, because that kind of jacket isn't really for me. We've then got the same jacket but with no camo design. Don't know if it's just reversible or if this is a different color. Collaborative patchwork design down the bottom there. We've got a collaborative sweatshirt featuring the designs here. Looking cool. Here is that same design applied to a puffer jacket instead of a shell jacket like we saw before, and the collaborative beanie as well. There is the jacket again. I do like that the pocket is asymmetrical. Sorry, I shouldn't say the pocket. The zip is asymmetrical. It's not directly down the middle. It's not symmetrical. It's off to the side a little bit. And it's just those little details that make it a little bit more interesting. I do like the frayed seams on the piece as well. It's nicely done. It's little details. It's nothing too crazy, but I'm not against that here. really massive pocket on it as well, but the way that the zipper is placed, it actually works out quite well. There is the big design on the back. At least the design is tonal and it doesn't contrast. We'll take that as a win, but I actually would have liked it without the massive design on the back of it, because the little details and the overall cut with its huge baggy arms was actually kind of speaking to me. And there's massive pants as well. There's the puffer jacket again, done in this very strange photo. Another shot of the same jacket. Different colored beanie this time, but same jacket. Okay, cool. There we are there. There's the sweatshirt that we've seen. I do like the very tight cuffs on it and then very blown out sleeves. It makes it look very nice. Do like the frayed design on the seams as well. Very nice. There's the collaborative logo on the back. It's not too bad, but it's very big and very in your face. I'd much rather something a bit more toned down, but that's what you get. It also looks like we are getting a balaclava, judging by that same design on the balaclava there. Here's the design again on a different color of the same jacket and pants that we saw in blue. Again, without the big design on the back, would have looked nicer. Here's the hoodie again, design reapplied to it. It's fine. And of course, for some reason in this collaboration, they released a bong, and it's pretty crazy. I wonder if that actually released in a lot of regions around the world. I wonder if it was just like an exclusive for the UK or something like that. I'd love to know. If it released everywhere around the world, that's pretty crazy. But, well, that is the collaboration from the editorial. It's not necessarily, you know, every piece, but it's an idea, it's a taste. And we definitely see that this all over camo design reappears a few times. I'm actually more interested in the small details like the frayed seams and the cut of a lot of the sweatshirts and jackets and the asymmetrical zips and stuff like that. Little details like that are very interesting to me, at least for a Palace collaboration, because I wouldn't put it upon themselves to do something like that. So I think that's why it's interesting to me. But the sweatshirts feel just very typical, you know, like I'll give it to this. The sweatshirt here is better than the hoodie. The hoodie is probably my main issue, where it just feels like a collaborative one that they've thrown off to the side. But everything else feels a little bit more thought out, especially that's absolutely crazy. The puffer jacket, I didn't get the hype around that. I was kind of like, okay, cool. The big zipper detailing is nice, but yeah, beyond that, okay. Yeah, overall, look, I'm not blown away by this collaboration. I do like the color palette of it. I like the designs on the all over print. I wish that the silhouettes were a little bit more enticing from my side of things, and the typical graphic sweatshirts are okay. The bong is obviously the big crazy thing that's just like, wow, oh my god, they actually did that. It works very well into the like Palace skateboarder branding, but sure. Yeah, it's fine. I'd love to see it in more detail, which we will cover in a drop list video, so stay tuned for that. But yeah, I'd love to hear any thoughts and opinions on this collaboration, guys. Do you like any of it? Do you not like any of it? I like details in it, but not necessarily a piece that like, you know, speaks to me. But there are some cool design choices here which, you know, make it feel a little bit more authentic of a collaboration versus other collaborations we've seen in the past. I'll say that much. But let me know how you feel about this collaboration that released for week 4 down in that comment section below. And of course, that's everything to talk about the collaboration, guys. I'm keen to cover it in a drop list video to see all the individual pieces that released in it. But overall, like I said, there were some positive things that I took from it. I like the individual little design choices that pushed Palace out of their comfort zone for collaborations. I like the color palette. I think that was well chosen. And that's really the main things. There wasn't really any pieces that spoke out to me a lot, but I'd love to hear your thoughts and opinions. And also if you picked any of it up. Did you pick any of this up for the 4th week of Palace's Spring 25 collection? Let me know down in that comment section below. And of course, if you guys want me to keep covering Palace releases, just let me know by giving me the 3 indicators I always ask you for, which is a like on this video, a comment in that comment section down below, and if you haven't already, the best indicator you can give me is a subscribe to the channel. As mentioned in previous uploads, we're trying to hit the subscriber milestone of 3,960 subscribers before the end of the month. Hopefully with your guys' continuous support, we'll be able to reach that milestone before the end of June. That is all I have to say about the week 4 collaboration. I will be covering it again in a drop list video, so stay tuned for that. But until the next Streetwear Talk video, until the next drop list video, until the next Palace Skateboards video in general, I'll catch you later.